Tebow time! Tebow! Whoa! Tebow!
One day in college, Tim Tebow decided to put Philippians 4:13 on his eye black. The Bible verse says, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." He wore it the entirety of his junior year, of which he also went to the SEC championship, taking down the #1 ranked Alabama, putting the Florida Gators into the national championship. Tim Tebow felt like God was putting it in his heart though to change the verse. So Tebow put John 3:16 on his eye black. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that everyone who believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life." Florida would go on to win the national championship. The day after the championship win, Tebow learned that over 94 million people Googled what John 3:16 meant. 3 years later to the day, Tim Tebow started in his first career NFL playoff game. It was the Denver Broncos going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The game would go into overtime where the Broncos won the toss. The first play of overtime football featured Tim Tebow throwing a dart pass to Demaryius Thomas, who would run it over 40 yards for a touchdown. After the game, his PR told him the stats. Tim Tebow threw for 316 yards. That's an average of 31.6 yards per completion. Tebow's yards per rush were also 3.16. Overall, the total time of Broncos possession in the game was 31 minutes and 6 seconds. TV ratings were also at 3.16, and over 90 million people Googled what John 3:16 meant. And with that, Tim Tebow had one of the most unique and memorable NFL playoff games in history.